Today's gonna be an interesting day, everyone. We're gonna be finding out if the Supra will make it to GRIDLIFE on March 31st or if it's not. If you didn't catch the video where we went and we test drove the Supra, pause the video, dude. What are you doing here? Go click the link down below. Go watch the old video called First Time Drifting the Supra, and you can see the whole thing go down. Long story short, our clutch stopped working. Our pedal was stuck to the floor. We couldn't bleed it at the track. Dylan, do you have anything you want to say about that moment in time?
I bled it at the track. I did everything I could. There's really not much we know until we pop it open.
Now, man, oh man, was there a lot of comments down below. You guys were giving us a bunch of feedback and information. And I just want to say personal thank you and shout out to everyone in the comment section. We read all of the comments and we usually talk about it every morning. A lot of you guys mentioned a few things to which we'll get to later in this video about what possibly could be wrong. But in that video, I mentioned that ACT, our clutch partner over the last 5 years, they make everything from street cars to race cars. We love you, ACT. They had a prototype clutch for the Supra that has yet to been tested. They were reluctant to send it to me because they said, Teach, we don't want to get your hopes up. We think this should work, but it hasn't been tested yet. I said, boys, I need a favor. Please send it out to me because we need to try to get this clutch working so we can send this to GRIDLIFE. So today, lo and behold, we have a clutch replacement for the Supra. First one ever to market, and we're gonna see if it works. So let's get into it.
Dylan looks like Mr. Krabs without a shell.
What? Eugene Krabs.
Boy, if you say
Oh, Pearl.
it's me. I'm Mr. Krabs. Krabs voice. Good at impressions. No, that's
Money.
Money.
What are you wearing right now? What do you got on your back?
If you guys were living under a rock the past couple days, you would have saw that Hunt & Co dropped the Signature Series, 3 new sweatshirts, 6 new t-shirts. I'm sorry to say that all those t-shirts are sold out, but we do have some sweatshirts left over. Now, boys, this is an expensive sweatshirt. I hear you, I get you. If you're part of the Clips channel, I don't need to say this again, but we really try to step our game up. These sweatshirts are thick, they're heavy, they're not crap. They're not crap. They're gonna last you a long time. If you haven't checked it out, go click the links down below, go to the website, pick yourself up a hoodie if you haven't tried it out. You can thank me later. We have the RX-7, we have the Bayside Blue, and we have the Mark IV Supra. It's amazing. I'm so happy. So get after it, boys.
I really would like to pressure bleed the clutch system and pull the slave and look at it, inspect all that stuff. The clutch is here. It doesn't matter. We're gonna put it in anyways because it's a great upgrade and we need it for the rest of the year. So it doesn't even matter if we have a pressure bleeder or not. I'm gonna pull the trans out.
Off camera, Dylan said he could pull this transmission in 30 minutes.
Start the clock.
I said I could pull a ZF in 30 minutes. Are you still?
All right, here we go. All right, it started.
Well, let me, hold on. You gotta wait. So, okay, so my mom, hold on. Pause it for a moment.
Yeah.
My mom's calling.
Yep.
Yeah, mom. Yeah, I'm definitely not working on it without the clock being on.
No shot. No way.
No way. Wait, we didn't remove the.
That's on you.
Right now?
Yeah, that's fine. Hold it, this clip right here.
He's like the thing. Not the Hulk because the Hulk.
The thing from Fantastic Four.
The stony one?
Yeah, the stony one. He's rock hard all the time.
Oh.
What? What?
Or if you can pull it from the chassis, either way.
One eternity later.
One more. There we go. You're free.
Holy
He held that like a bazooka, bro. Yet another feat of Dylan's strength.
I'm not gonna lie, this was by far the most impressive one I've seen.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Because we all know.
Transmission.
Ooh, that looks like something. Fiberglass. A line broke.
No. Disc is This is your disc material.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, there's no clutch. There's literally no clutch.
There's no clutch. These are fiber. Here, I'll show you what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be like, imagine carbon fiber, that weave pattern, and it just turned into doll hair. Well,
yeah.
I feel better because that's not on me.
It's all in here. As soon as you took it out, this is clutch material?
Well, here's the thing. I saw that on the slave cylinder, the pin, when I pulled it out, and I was like, I think it's friction material or clutch disc, whatever you call it. That versus like a metal composite is going to be like longer lasting and less abrasive and like slip more, I feel like.
But more aggressive.
Less harsh. Oh, it has a flywheel. I will never know until I pull it off.
Oh, that
I don't like that. I don't like that. That shouldn't be moving.
I don't like that at all.
The bolts that he's taking out does not hold the flywheel in place. So.
The bolts hold the pressure plate to the flywheel, and with my hand, I can make the flywheel. What? Hold on.
Yeah, that's like That's like an entire 2 millimeters, dude. Cars operate on the thousandths of an inch.
This is called, I'm pretty sure it's called an impact driver. It's the same thing. Essentially it has a metal pawl that when you strike it, it hits the 3 or the half-inch portion of it, but it's manual. And so when you hit it, it applies pressure on it so it can't skip out, if you can see that.
It turns.
And then it turns it.
Yeah.
It's like a really old tool, but nobody has them. No, I told you to stop it. I did tool gathering, I did inspecting, and then also we laughed and ourselves, and then
doubled your time.
Inspected the clutch.
Oh yeah. Here it comes.
Oh, dude, pressure plate's good. That's not.
Oh, wow.
It went, and then exploded all the way out, and just, oh wow.
Oh, Lord.
Dude, wow. This thing just kept free spinning, and the centrifugal force just pushed all the pressure plate material out.
You want a longer one?
Not good, huh?
Yeah, not good at all. For the record, probably took me about 35 minutes. F you. F you.
35 minutes minus 5 minutes. Tuan turns the thing. 1 hour.
There was so much other stuff we did, and that thing was still recording. How to remove a clutch disc.
Whoa! 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 It tried to fight you, bro!
Yeah, f him up. F him up, Calvin. F him up. Jump his shit. Jump his shit. Beat his ass.
Yeah, I beat the braids on this motherfucker.
Wow.
6'9". Oh yeah, here's a better
Okay,
example of.
That's what that's supposed to look like.
And it failed, and then went like.
What physics happened here?
Heat? Yeah, whatever happened.
Express delivery.
One personal pie for the DJ Hunter. You don't like the pizza?
What? I can smell it right now.
I send back to the cook then, or with the no toppings?
No way.
It
No
got
way.
so hot and slipped that it like melted out to the.
Holy shit. That's the worst clutch I've ever seen.
I've never seen that.
See, when I watched your video, I was like, oh, dude, he probably like, you know, popped the slave is probably messed up or something.
So remember when I was saying that the slave couldn't depress anymore? It's because this melted to the point of expanding and jamming into the pressure plate and the flywheel, expanding them, and then the throw couldn't do anything.
Crazy. Now let's just hope the ACT clutch actually works.
Well, let's just hope that the flywheel's still good. It'll be
It's
fine.
a shop in Kearney Mesa resurfacing. Same day.
As long as it's a single.
Dylan and I were just talking. All things considered, the clutch being blown to pieces is probably like best case scenario as far as what failed. We also just took out the throwout bearing. It looks pretty good.
She's golden, dude. She's for sure fine.
Wow. I've never seen something fail like that before. It's like almost in 2 pieces.
Yeah, it just got really hot. And it was just spinning, and there was nothing to relieve it from contacting it and spinning.
Said no thanks. Dylan just got some WD-40
Per ACT, shout out to Eric.
He's like, clean that thing up.
It looks a lot better. Slight burn marks, and obviously a brand new flywheel is preferred, but we have to make do with what we got, and I'm happy.
Oh, that's what it is. A rat moved in. There's a rat's nest in there.
Oh, ew. Dude, I can't tell you guys how stinky it smells. Everyone here has burned a clutch at one point in their life, whether they're just learning to drive or whatever. And oh my god, there's like a bunch of it in there.
It's just in there, dude.
It smells like clutch so much.
To go along with what you're saying, the fact that ACT is on board and they have one, and all these other weird parts they don't make a bunch of yet, to not fail, clutch is best case scenario.
For sure.
Especially with all the fluids.
Agreed. I was scared it was going to be something like, I don't know, the slave failed or something.
And actually, this is a really good time to touch on this. So a lot of comments, a lot of feedback from you guys, which, as I said earlier, we absolutely love that because we read those comments and we really some of you guys are really smart. A lot of you guys are way smarter than me. So I turn to you guys for a lot of things. 2 things people really wanted us to pay close attention to, and that is electric dampening slave, I think is what it was called.
No, it's just a clutch delay valve.
Clutch delay valve, that's what it is. So the clutch delay valve is a valve that pretty much allows the progression of engagement to be linear when you're engaging and disengaging. So if you were to delete that, the clutch would be like an on-off switch, if that makes sense. So technically, when we're clutch kicking and clutching in and out with the foot to the floor, the clutch is engaging and disengaging slower than we are actually doing it manually, if that makes sense, allowing the clutch to
burn a little bit longer and have rev hang, as some of you guys said down below. I don't know if I explained that the best, but I think it pretty much develops the picture that is trying to be created here.
Water bottle, no cap, squeeze it. All the water comes out. Cap with a hole in it, squeeze it. A lot less comes out.
Think about it like that.
That's all it is. It's just an orifice, and the diameter is a little smaller. And what it does, instead of the clutch going engage, disengage, like you're saying, on and off switch, you did it really well. It's just like even if you stab it, it's a little just delayed.
Yeah.
It's literally a delay.
Yeah.
And so that just saves your drivetrain and your transmission and everything.
In other cars, BMWs, you could switch out to like E90 slaves and stuff that allow you to like bolt it and delete it and replace it, stuff like that. The other thing that a lot of you guys recommended or brought to light was that because the brakes and the clutch share the same reservoir, we could just be getting the fluid so hot that we're creating air pockets because we're sharing the same fluid. You know, I wasn't doing that much braking. I was doing some left foot braking, but I wouldn't think it would boil it. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but it's something that we're gonna keep an eye on. And Dylan and I even discussed in the future, maybe going into the reservoir that is controlling both, plugging up the clutch line and making a separate reservoir so that the clutch and brake are running off of two separate fluids so that they can't intermittently boil themselves. We'll still continue to do some testing and to see if we have a problem moving forward, but I'm really hoping that with this new clutch just not disintegrating, we shouldn't have a problem because
Clearly, the clutch gave out, which is what filled everything. I don't believe we had a boiling fluid problem.
No.
And we also will be replacing all of our fluid today with a .5, so we're really going to give ourselves
the best chances of not doing that regardless.
TJ goes like this. He goes like this.
Like what?
It's one like this.
Yes, I cover for safety.
Yes, of course. You would do that. Yes. Yes. Hey, wait.
Whoa!
Whoa! Hey, you're pissing everywhere, man.
Thanks to Valvoline.
Hey, you saw that.
I saw that.
You covered it.
You stop pointing at me. You're pointing at me.
You pointed at me.
Back up, bruh.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Disclaimer. Do not do that. That's dangerous.
Truce.
Yeah. These are discontinued. Do we have chalk? Draw chalk around me.
Whoa.
Oh!
You guys look like you're having a lot of fun.
GTA or Halo? You ever play that? Of course you're not too old.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
These are discontinued.
You think it's really gonna leave a mark?
It already did.
Really? Oh shit.
It's acetone. Hey, whoa, hey.
Hey!
He has cuts.
No, whatever. I'm fine. But it does dry your hands out. I'm just making sure he's happy. She's happy.
Making sure the shaft is all lubed up for when we insert it.
Oh! Oh, what did you do? What came out of your mouth just now?
I burped.
Dude, I tasted it.
It was tuna.
Ah, God.
Real. I'm so sick of him.
Go on his face. Go on his, not mine. So,
Oh.
slave cylinder, pivot pin. Usually there's aftermarket ones you can get of these that are brass or steel, stainless, because these wear out over time. We're fine for now, but anyways, long story short, this is multi-purpose, different stack heights for air gaps to get it closer or further from the pressure plate. For our application, this is the proper one. I checked it out with this one. Essentially, this goes on the pivot, and then like you gotta treat them hard. I mean, not as hard as you did because it exploded, but now we can. Thanks to ACT. The slave goes in and out, right? The hydraulic cylinder, and that's what moves this fork and the throw up.
So one, the ACT clutch bolts in, so that's great. And two, we're gonna have some guys behind us. We're getting some decals installed in the shop today, so don't mind them in the background.
I'm just doing some doctor things after my license has been revoked. Don't report me to the Doctor Administration Bureau that TJ's the head of.
He's on his last chance. If anyone reports him, he's out of here.
How many dead people now?
69. Every time you put a new pressure plate, clutch disc in, it's spring loaded, so you have to do it evenly. Okay?
Oh, you actually hugged me earlier and said I smelled really good.
Yeah,
So
he
you
does.
stinky, huh?
Let me see. Let me see.
New pressure plate, new clutch. Everything's, splines are greased. Everything's torque to spec. Everything's clean. Got all the fur out of here. Pressure washed with some brake parts cleaner. New fork, new throw out, more grease, clean it again, and trans is.
Let's do it.
No, I think we still have a little bit more to do before we put it in.
That's Dylan's lying face. there. You don't want to like get a table or a transmission jack. You just want to be Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Right?
I've just been Bigfoot for a long time.
Are you sure? But putting it in is so much different.
He picked that up like a toy.
Oh, I got the rear. See, so if you want to
If
low,
someone wants to come down a little
Cal,
bit.
come here.
That should be good right there. Okay. Lift. Trade me. Okay. Trade me.
Cal, put a little support.
Hold on.
What's he doing?
You can just get that.
What is he doing?
No,
Who's that?
There's the one right there. The pole jack is fine.
Jesus.
I have the front.
Oh, it's in. Now it's just gotta get walked in with the hardware.
I'm gonna put one bolt in the top, and then we're gonna let it sag down so you can get the top easier. Feels good, man. I was telling him, I was like, BMW transmissions usually, if you get them to line right, they go, boom, and they just clap on there real nice. And this one was not doing that. There was a portion of the loom that came out of its harness or out of its holder and dropped in between the bell housing and the motor. So we just had to fatally fuck that for a little bit.
Well, it's not in.
You got it, dude? Catch. Sure hope it doesn't catch. Okay. Let's get this one seated. We'll put a bolt in there. Okay, now just...
He's bad, Dylan. He's panicking.
We should have put the transmission on your shoulder. Feel the clutch pedal? Uh-huh.
Say something.
Sorry, I'm just building up suspense. Oh, goes right to the floor. We need to bleed it. You think that it would have worked right off the rip?
The only thing that would happen is if there is air in it, or if I missed the clutch fork when I installed it. There's a possibility, but I don't think I did because it fought me when I installed it. So I think the slave's installed properly. Prop the hood. Yeah, fluid. Yeah, give it a start. Hell yeah, dog. Oh, hell yeah, sit.
All right, well, we have a big announcement. Tell him, Nate.
New t-shirts are live, baby. Oh, not that one? You want the secret announcement?
The teachers are sold out.
T-shirts are sold out. Sorry if you guys missed out. Gone forever. Not gonna be restocked.
Nate is now going to be working for Team Hunt & Co. Welcome
Welcome
Feels
to the
amazing.
playground.
to Team Hunt & Co.
What's my first job? What's my first job?
You're going to come with us to GRIDLIFE next week. He's not coming with us.
I'm not.
He-
I already knew
he's-
it. I knew it.
He's not on Team Hunt & Co.
I'm not.
I lied, but what we are going to do
That was the fastest.
is we're going to go ahead and lower the car now that the clutch and exhaust, everything's back together. Shout out to Dylan's big grunt work on that. We will probably drive it at some point, rode through the gears. Everything works so far. You know, that is amazing. ACT. Well, what would we do without you? I don't know. What do you do? Exactly. We have an amazing livery for this car designed, but it's not going on just yet. We were going to try and get it done before GRIDLIFE, March 31st, South Carolina. Show up. What are you doing watching this video without having tickets to go to GRIDLIFE, South Carolina? What are you doing? I'm lowering the car.
What are they doing?
Well, they just paused to go get tickets to GRIDLIFE to come say what's up and see the car, but no livery. So what we're going to do in the meantime is we're going to put some Valvoline logoing on the car because this is going to be a really cool Valvoline livery. It actually is kind of cool that we're going to do one event with the car in full carbon because this is all going to be covered up again. Don't complain in the comments. I've told you this from day one. We're covering the whole carbon up except the roof. But we're going to put on some of these logos because this car gets picked up in a couple days to get shipped off to GRIDLIFE. So let's put these on. Like I can feel a vibration.
Definitely transfers the power.
It works.
I would like to call your guy and just discuss that with him. Also, you gotta think when a clutch is brand new, right? It has a lot of, if it's a 6-puck, and like I could be wrong, but it has a lot of really sharp edges on every portion of the clutch, right?
Yeah.
So if it's a dual mass, then dual mass has like longitudinal and latitudinal flex.
Yeah, so you
And-
feel
and
the
it's-
vibration.
Yeah, I feel it, and it's biting really hard. So I think if there's like a break-in period after a moment of time, it might round those edges a little more and be a little less chattery.
I just got the seat together and put the harnesses on. Calvin is putting together the shoulder harnesses, and then Dylan is putting on the rest of the stickers. It looks good, man.
That's a vibe.
With the black and the carbon with just the white on there. You know, it's not even anywhere near what our livery is gonna be. But I think for like one event, it's gonna be cool to rock like just all paint and carbon. So we'll get this thing ready for pickup because it's leaving for Good Life in like T-minus 48 hours. Well, I feel like a million bazillion pounds has been like lifted off of my shoulders. She's ready. Super stoked with how it's coming out. Looks really cool. It's like what we've envisioned this whole entire time. I haven't said it enough. Thank you, ACT. We wouldn't have this car running if it wasn't for them. So the big hero of the vlog is them. This will be the last time we see this car. Until then, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I need some sleep. Peace out and keep moving forward.